Welcome to the Master Lock Mortise Lock Install Guide. We'll show you how to install your new smart lock. Before you begin, take a moment to review what's in the box to ensure everything you need is there. Installation and Setup Guide. To install your lock, you will need a Phillips head screwdriver, the door template, a tape measure, drill, pencil, wood mortise chisel, utility knife, and level. During installation, it's important to have your door open so you can easily access both sides of the door. Check door measurements. Grab your door template and follow the guidelines on both sides to measure your door and frame. If you need to make adjustments, find the closest match to each aspect of your door on the door template and reference Make or Adjust Holes in your manual for further instructions. In some cases, existing holes cannot be adjusted to fit. Do not drill any holes until you have confirmed that your door is compatible. Install strike. Start by putting the optional dust box into the frame holes. Very important, do not install the dust box on fire-rated openings. Next, install the strike plate and secure it to the door frame using the longer strike screws. Determine handing. Door handing refers to the way your door swings, and it determines how the latch bolt must be positioned for your lock to work correctly. If the handing is set incorrectly, the lock won't function properly and could lock you out. Door handing is always determined from the exterior side of the door. Whether the door swings inward or outward, the rule is the same. If the hinges are on the left, it's a left-hand door. If the hinges are on the right, it's a right-hand door. To adjust handing, first remove the armor front. Pull out the latch bolt and rotate it 180 degrees, either clockwise or counterclockwise. The beveled edge of the latch bolt must face the strike. Now, push the latch bolt back into place. Install lock case. Place the lock case into the rectangular hole and pull the cable through, ensuring the lock case is positioned right side up. Fasten the lock case screws loosely for levers and cylinder installation. Note: fully tighten the lock case screws after the levers and the cylinder are installed. Install exterior lever trim. Begin by inserting the spring into the square hole. Align the spring cartridge to match your handle's rotation. Left-hand handles use left-hand rotation. Right-hand handles use right-hand rotation. Very important, the cartridge must be oriented correctly, otherwise the lever will lift in the wrong direction. Slide the spring cartridge into place. Then, screw the two posts into the diagonal holes on the exterior rose trim. Then, push the exterior spindle through the cartridge and into the handle. Make sure the spindle is oriented correctly, or the lock will not function. Now, insert the lever trim through the door, ensuring the screw post slides smoothly through the holes. Install key cylinder. If your lock uses a key cylinder, please follow these steps. For key-free models, proceed to the next step, install armor front. For those with keys, first place the spring washer. Then, place the blocking ring onto the cylinder. Now, screw the cylinder into the hole clockwise. After installing the exterior lever and cylinder, fully tighten the lock case screws. Then, install the armor front and secure it with the shorter screws. Install thumb turn and interior handle. If your lock includes a deadbolt, please follow these steps. For models without a deadbolt, skip ahead to the next step, install exterior keypad and interior lock. First, slide the interior spindle into the lower square hole. Grab your spring cartridge and ensure the arrow is pointing in the same direction the lever pushes down to open the door. Very important, the cartridge must be oriented correctly, otherwise the lever will lift in the wrong direction. Place the spring cartridge through the interior spindle, followed by the lever mounting plate. Then fasten them with the lever mounting plate screws. Place the cover on the rose trim. Then insert the spring into the hole of the interior handle. Attach the handle by turning clockwise and use the lever assembly tool to tighten it. Next, place the thumb turn spindle into the upper square hole and secure it with the screws. Make sure the thumb turn is vertical and the dead bolt is not extended. Once secure, test the thumb turn. Install exterior keypad. On the outside of the door, thread each keypad cable through the cable hole. Be sure the cables are routed carefully to avoid pinching or damage. Align the exterior keypad and press it into its mounting position. Install interior lock. On the inside of the door, place the escutcheon mounting plate with the top arrow facing upward and route the cables through as shown here. Then, place the fire plate over the cables, ensuring the top arrow is also facing upward. Once aligned, secure everything firmly in place with the escutcheon mounting plate screws, making sure no wires are being pinched. On the interior lock, locate the designated slots for each cable, ensuring the side of the cable with the ridges and marked line faces outward. Push each cable in until it clicks. Next, attach the battery compartment by hooking it onto the escutcheon mounting plate and pressing it into position. Secure the screw on the battery box and ensure the cables are positioned correctly to avoid damage. You may have the option to install a smart module, a plug-in component that allows your lock to connect with smart home integrations. If your lock model does not include a smart module, or you don't wish to install one, proceed to the next step. If you purchased your module separately, check this list for compatible modules. Now, insert the smart module into the designated slot at the top of the lock. Important note: batteries must not be installed when inserting or removing a smart module. Install 6 AA batteries. Replace the battery cover. Once the batteries are in, the lock is ready to connect and pair to the system. Congrats! Your lock is installed. Let's go over how to use your lock. Touch the circle, enter your entry code, and press the check button. It's that simple. Thank you for watching. If you have any more questions, please visit masterlock.com/support.